Isang magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Welcome again to the National ADR Convention 2022, the special live coverage of OADR webinar series, Season 3, Episode 9. I am Martina Constantino from the Public Information and Promotion Division of the OADR, and I will be your host for today's episode. So the NADRC is a flagship advocacy activity of the OADR that aims to promote, develop, and expand the use of ADR in the public and private sectors. In this event, participants across the local and international ADR communities gather to discuss best practices, recent developments, and policy program recommendations on ADR. So here's a fun fact. Alam nyo ba na this is the very first time that we are holding the NADRC in a face-to-face setup? Yes, kaya we are very excited to see all our partners and speakers here today. Of course, we're also joined by our online participants. With that, maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta sa OADR at sa NADRC 2022. So we encourage everyone to stay with us throughout the session. And if you can, please do like and share our live coverage. So in sharing, you may add the hashtags NADRC and hashtag Future of ADRPH. So don't forget to type in your comments din po if you have any questions during the discussion, and our speakers will try to address them later. Ayan. So today's OWS episode is in partnership with the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, or the IPOPHIL. So we are very honored to have here two resource speakers that would help us understand more about the intellectual property in the digital domain and give us an overview on IPOPHIL's mediation services. So I am sure this session will be very insightful. So without further ado, let me introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is a serial entrepreneur responsible for incubating and developing over 12 startup businesses. She is currently the chairman and president of Medicare Plus, one of the pioneers in health maintenance organizations in the country. So she is also the founder and managing partner in several tech companies such as the Strategist.ph and Hot Jobs Philippines, and was the managing director of online recruitment giant jobsdb.com.ph. She has over 28 years of experience in information and communications technology, having graduated with a double degree in management and management information system from Assumption College. She is also the founder and a member of the board of directors of Philippine Association for Digital Commerce and the Centralized Industries. Our first speaker has a solid experience in digital commerce, digital and social media utilization, online reputation management, online analytics, online advertising and marketing, and online jobs portal. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Ms. Maria Jesusa JJ Viray with a big round of virtual applause.
Do I start?
Ma'am, sige po.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be part of this event, and I hope you get to learn something from the presentation I'm going to share with you. But let me please do a waiver that I'm not a lawyer, nor am I a copyright expert. What I'm going to share with you is what I know as a practitioner in this industry of this industry, which is called the digital world. So what I know and what I'm guided with are the things I'm going to share with you. And so those who are not lawyers, I'm sure this would help you because I'm going to share it the way I understand it. So for lawyers out there, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is my own understanding. It can be a very good exchange of thoughts and ideas. You can cut me along the way if you want to. Anyway, let me start. Copyright protection in the digital domain. Exactly where my world is. I've been in this industry for so long, and I've always been guided by the copyright laws because of the contents that we develop, not only for my own company, but for our clients as well. According to the WIPO, or the World Intellectual Property Organization, copyright refers to the legal right of the owner of intellectual property. So it means anything that we produce maybe literary works, videos, musics, and if it's originally from us, it's protected by the copyright law for as long as you register it. Um, and this law also includes patents, trade secrets, franchise, industrial design, and trademarks. So your logos, your brand names, they're all covered by the copyright law. And what's so nice about this is that it also protects derivative works. So let's say you've written a book, a love story, and you want to produce an online movie about it, you can do so because you are protected. You have the right to do that. And the law protects you. And that work also is protected. So anything that is derived from the original work is covered by the copyright law. So that's why people start to earn from it. And it becomes an infringement if somebody uses your work, copies it, makes some music out of it, and earns from it. So that becomes an issue. So it's good that from the one work that we've created, we can produce more out of it, and eventually maybe earn from it if you want to, or if you want just for your own collection, you're protected. However, the copyright law does not cover the following ideas. A lot of people would say, oh, idea ko yan, ninakaw niya. Hindi po protected ng copyright law yung idea eh. Diba? Yung system method, yung procedures, concepts, those are not part of the copyright law. Yung news of the day, that's also not part of the law. It's not covered by the law. Laws, administrative work from the government, any legal nature is not covered. Any work of the Philippine government, unless this is quite interesting. The law says anything that is written by the government or legislation is produced by the government is not covered by the copyright law. But it doesn't mean you can copy it and earn from it. Once you produce it, reproduce it, and earn from it, that's an infringement. That becomes an issue. So you need to ask protection from the government. So if you want to reproduce, let's say, IRR of a certain agency, you have to ask them, especially if you're going to sell it. Diba? So hindi siya covered by the copyright law, but you have to ask permission if you want to reproduce, especially if you are going to earn from it. Statutes, kasama yan, rules and regulations, speeches, lectures, sermons. Ano lang, yung mga speeches, ang hindi sakop siya ng copyright law, pero may you plagiarize. So credibility naman yung issue sa'yo. Diba? So it can be reproduced, but again, don't earn from it. If you're the one copying it or you want to repost it, for as long as you don't earn from it, and you ask permission, if you can reproduce or repost it, then you're okay. The normal question is, who can apply for the copyright, no? The owner. Ikaw. If you're the one who wrote the book, you apply for it. If you're the one who produced the music, you apply for the registration. Then how long will it protect you? For as long as you're alive, you're protected plus 50 years. Galing, no? That's how powerful that law is. Can a computer program be reproduced without violating the author's copyright? No, because a code can be decompiled and translated in a different format. So, like a code can be added to a particular set of codes to produce something. Okay lang yon. It can be shared and can be used. A lot of these things, a lot of our developers, they ask other developers for a code, let's say, to produce a certain program, or if they want a certain look and feel, they can search the net, and there's some open codes or codes ready for sharing. They can pick up, and it's okay. Can a copyright be transferred or assigned? Yes. It can be. I can give you authority that yes, you can use it, and I can transfer it to you, or it can be sold to someone else. And other questions would be: are titles, logos protected? Yes, they're trademarks, your brands. So if you're coming up with a product and the brand name is unique and you want it to be just yours, please please register it right away. Go to IPO field. Can I copyright my website? The contents, yes, you may. Photograph, videos are all yours as long as it's original contents. These are all produced by you. Unfortunately, the domain name is not. It's governed by another entity, a foundation, and they have their own sets and rules, and they have their own way of protecting your domain, no? So that organization is the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN. Can I copyright a software or mobile app? When it's already, once you've produced an app, the very minute it's ready for publication or for use, automatically it's covered, it's yours. It doesn't have to be formally registered, but it's yours. Okay. Ito, for those who are very careless in just reposting or just getting whatever they see in the internet and uses it and claims it as theirs, please be informed that the penalties are not, if once you're caught, the penalties are not light. I mean, for someone who's not a man, who doesn't have a criminal mind, an infringement kasi at times you don't know it, no? Or you're ignorant about the law. It can really hurt you because first offense can already mean 1 to 3 years imprisonment and a fine of 50,000 to 150,000 pesos. If you do it again, the second offense would mean 3 years and 1 day to 6 years, and a fine of 150,000 to 500,000 pesos. Worse, kung di ka pa rin natuto, nag-infringe ka na naman, gumamit ka na naman ng content that is not yours, it's already an imprisonment of 6 years and 1 day to 9 years. And the penalty, the fine, is 500,000 to 1.5 million pesos. And every time you do that, it gets worse and worse. So please be careful. Not everything in the internet is yours, or you can use, or you can duplicate. They are protected. For you to be protected by infringements or people using your work, I would suggest that you use a program like a digital rights management, a DRM, and they will protect your work. And there's several already well-rated softwares or DRMs that are available that you can use to protect your work. What can DRMs do? They can put markings in your work, and they can also implement TPMs to restrict any use or to restrict use of it via permission-based systems or features. So these are the 3 top DRMs that you can find in the internet. You have Binder, you have Caplink, and Digify. Yes, they are paid, but minimal to the kind of protection that they can give you. So once if you want to really fully protect your work, please use a DRM tool. This is a common question, no? How is copyright applied in social media platforms? When you register yourself or when you open an account in any social media platform, please read the terms and conditions. In most cases, the terms would say that your content your content is co-owned by the platform. Though you own it, but the platform also can repost it within the platform. It can use it to propagate more viewers. So it's a non-exclusive license to in the use of your content. So if you see your work being recommended, let's say yung pinost mo, nag-video ka, then you see that it's being recommended to other users by the platform, you can't get mad because the platform has the right to do that, to recommend it to other viewers and appreciate it. What are the characteristics of digital technologies with copyright implications? The thing kasi with your digital work, you have to always remember that it can be reproduced easily in a short period of time. It can go viral. Once you post it, somebody sees it and he likes it, reposts it. Wala na, uncontrollable na yan. Yan yung mga implications when you post something and you don't have a copyright to it. You don't have the registration. You know, so many things can happen when it goes viral. Hindi mo na siya ma-control. And what's good about this is it's so easy. Not good, it can be good, can be bad also. The content kasi, since most of our content are compressed by the platform, it doesn't require so much storage to the viewer. Diba? At times kasi we choose, before I remember many years ago, when our content are so heavy, we and our storage capability is so limited. We choose which content we watch so that it doesn't use up our storage. But now, with the type of compression that the internet has, storage is not an issue anymore. And the platform also provides that storage for you. So yun yung mga implications when you come up with work, no? And that's why we tell you, please, copyright your work so that you're more protected. I've said this many times, no, in the other slides. Anything that you produce may be your reels, your stories, images, graphics, ebooks, screenplays, videos, etc. that you originally produce is protected, and better that you register them. Well, software, like what we said earlier, you really don't have to copyright it, but you're automatically protected. That's why nobody can just pirate your software and reproduce it for their own economic benefits. You can run after them for sure. On social media, whatever we post is your own content. Somehow you are protected, even though you don't register your post. That's your work. When people repost it, technically, if they repost it without your permission, technically it's an infringement. So let's say you many times you've heard this, you must cyber libel. If somebody posts something negative about, or somebody reacts to a post and it's so negative, and you reproduce it, all those who reproduced it, all those who repost it, can be part of the cyber libel case. Unless you ask permission from the original creator of the content. If you ask them, can I repost? And she says yes, then you're okay and you're safe. So anything that you produce is actually yours and you're protected by it. That works. That what I just said earlier, that's your multimedia, that's protected. The market and management rights. This is the intensive use of automation to reduce the cost of such transactions to levels that would make individual rights management economically feasible. So let's say you have pictures, you have artworks. Better that you get someone to manage it for you, or a platform that manage it for you, so that whoever tries to use it, at least you can earn from it. They can protect you and you can earn from it. So not every photo that you see on the net you can use and reproduce it. More often than not, if you want it shared but protected in the right way, then I'd suggest that you go to a site or a management site, a market and management site, like a marketplace, to protect your work and at the same time earn from it. I've said this many times in the past few slides, no. The liability is not only on the person who infringed, but for all those who reposted the work or redistributed the infringed work. So that's how broad the coverage is of the copyright. How can you further protect yourself? You can use the blockchain technology where it's transparent, that every movement to your artwork is transparent, everybody sees it. Or you can use the digital watermarks. You've seen this many times on photos made on my watermark. A lot of market and management platforms would do this for you, or any DRMs. You can also have a permission or a code base or an authenticator to your program. You can also do encryption, minimum encryption, 128-bit, ganyan. Or you can have two versions. This is also provided by some DRMs, wherein and other market and management rights platform. They show you a low resolution. It seems good when it's on yung parang icon lang. It looks so good. But when you click on it, it expands. It's pixelized. So to get the better version of that, either you pay for it or you ask permission. Then or you go to, like what I said earlier, might as well, if you have original works, you want to earn from it, go to a marketplace, no, an e-commerce place. Again, many times, if you're in doubt, if you're infringing into an artwork that is not yours, or you're violating the copyright law, always ask permission. It doesn't hurt to ask. Even in social media, if you like something, in most cases, if it's harmless, we just repost, diba? Especially when we know that this person wants more views. If this person is earning from it, okay, siguro you will allow it. But for more private individuals or friends of ours who would post, let's say, personal photos of their family members, and it's nice and you want to share it with other friends of yours, ask permission first so that you don't violate any part of the law. These are some of the references where I normally go to to be guided properly. And if you want a copy of my presentation, you may ask the organizer. I'm more than willing to share it with you. So you're not, and all of us are not violating any copyright laws. So that ends my presentation. Thank you very much. It's nothing extensive at this point. What I'm sharing with you is how I understand the copyright law is. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Viray, for that very comprehensive lecture. I'm sure all of us have learned a thing or two about intellectual property in the digital domain na makakatulong sa ating lahat, di ba ma'am? Kasi lalo na sa social media po. So at this point, we are now ready to take in some questions from our viewers, but due to limited time, we can only accommodate one question po. So our question po, ma'am, ay eto po. Ako po at ang aking mga barkada ay mahilig sumayaw at gumawa ng video na aming performance. Lagi po namin ina-upload ang aming video sa TikTok, Facebook at iba pang social media platform. Ano po ba ang aming rights sa mga video na aming in-upload sa social media platforms na ito? Paano po namin mapoproteksyonan ang aming karapatan sa mga video namin? Ayun
okay.
Po.
Like what I said, pag doon sa presentation, no, pag hindi nag-ask ng permission, ang isang nakita yung video mo, tapos ni-repost, infringement na yon. Yun ang sa pagkaintindi ko, no? Pag lalo na, mas masama pa yan kung kinuha nila, hindi sila nag-ask permission, tapos pinagkakitaan pa nila. That is more criminal, no? Because more often than not, that's why siguro nila upload nila, let's say sa TikTok yan, para mas maraming views, di ba? At marami in the end, somehow you earn from it. Okay lang siguro if it's in the same platform. Siguro yung tanong nung viewer natin is that, paano kung may nagnakaw, tapos binenta at pinagkakitaan? Yun, you can run after that person. Kasi violation talaga yun. Pag nanakaw talaga yun. So, of course, you can now go to the local police, diba? And complain about it. You can run after these people. But of course, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, yung implication ng digital world is that ang bilis mag-reproduce, ang bilis kumalat, it's so easy to steal because to keep it doesn't cost you so much storage. Diba? Yun ang sinasabi namin. At kaya talagang niyang ibenta sa lahat. But if you look at all these social media platforms, meron naman silang protection. na ginagawa sa kanila mga members. So what can you do? You can complain about it. And the platform, after investigation, can ban them. Diba? Or you yourself, kung di mo naman, tignan mo kung sino mga followers mo. Tignan mo kung lahat ba sila trustworthy. And if in the list, meron kang hindi napapansin na parang, ito, may ginagawang masama sa mga artwork namin or sa mga pinoproduce namin, then you can ban them, you can complain about them, and block them so that they don't see any of your artwork. So there are safety nets that each platform has, that each platform is providing. So make use of it. Hindi naman pabaya yung mga platforms natin ngayon. They're very sensitive. They're very aware of these issues. And the only thing that all of us would have to do is just know our rights, especially in the platform that we use. So I hope that answers your question.
Ayun, napaka-comprehensive ma'am ng iyong sagot ma'am. I'm sure nasagot naman po yung tanong ng ating listener po or viewer. Ayun, again, thank you so much po Ms. JJ Veray for your lecture. Opo, and for addressing those questions po. Talagang napakalaking tulong po ito lalo na sa ngayon na panahon na lahat po halos nasa social media na, lahat naka-online na, parang ganun. So mahalaga matutunan po ito. Thank you so much po again.
Yeah, sorry to cut you, Martina, but
it's okay.
let's add also na enjoy social media, no? Enjoy the digital world. Meron protections one way or the other. And you know, you shouldn't be stopped by the possibilities of people stealing your work. I think what's important is you enjoy what you're doing, and don't allow these limitations to stunt you from doing what you want. Yeah, that's what I just want to share.
Okay po, thank you again po. Nako, talagang ano to ma'am, very relevant sa panahon natin ngayon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much po again, Ms. JJ Veray.
Bye-bye.
Okay po.
At this juncture, allow me to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is currently the Assistant Director of the Bureau of Legal Affairs, or the BLA, of the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. She is IPOPHIL's focal point for ADR concerns, being the Supervising Director of the Bureau of Legal Affairs Alternative Dispute Resolution Services, the unit that manages all ADR and mediation services of IPOPHIL. As the Assistant Director of the BLA, she oversees the administrative functions of the Bureau. Our second speaker has been invited as a resource speaker on ADR and mediation in different local and international fora. Likewise, she has presented the IPOPHIL in international conferences on ADR, most recent of which is the EU-IPO IP Mediation Conference in March 2021, which was attended by ADR experts worldwide. Prior to working at IPOPHIL, she has served as legal counsel in different positions in the private and public sector, specializing on intellectual property rights. She also taught law subjects at the La Salle University Commercial Law Department, which is one of the top law schools in the Philippines. So she was admitted to law practice in 2006, finished her master's degree in business administration in 2010, and recently conferred her Career Executive Service rank as CESO 4 by the Career Executive Service Board. So without much delay, I am now giving the floor to Attorney Christine V. Pangilinan Canlapan. Let us give her a round of virtual applause. Attorney?
Ang benepisyo po nito pag ito ang pinili ng ating mga parties ay let's say for example ang kaso po or ang issue ay involving different parties na located globally. Let's say meron sa Pilipinas, meron sa ibang bansa, mas beneficial po ang IPOPHIL-WIPO mediation option. Bakit po? Kasi yung WIPO, meron silang international list of neutrals na hindi lamang po na nabubuo ng mga mediator natin from IPOFIL, but also other international mediators na pwede nilang piliin. Kasama rin po dito ang ating mga accredited IPOFIL mediators. So kung feeling naman ng mga parties natin na mas gusto nila Pilipino ang mag-handle ng mediation, pwede naman po nilang piliin ang ating mga IPOFIL accredited mediators. Pangalawa po, kahit po sinasabi natin na international ito at ang international organization, which is WIPO, ang mag-handle ng mediation, hindi naman po mahal din ito kasi pumayag po ang ating partner organization, which is WIPO, na i-waive yung administrative fee for the mediation, so libre na lang po yung admin fee, and at the same time, sabi nila, para ma-encourage yung parties na mag-mediate using this option, yung rate po ng mga international mediators, if ever napiliin sila ng mga parties, would be at the same rate nung fees ng ating IPOFIL accredited mediator. So it's as if hindi ka rin nagbabayad ng international mediator kasi same rate sila nung ating mga accredited mediators sa IPOFIL. And lastly po, pagka ang isang benefit din nito is if for example nagkaroon ng settlement agreement under the WIPO option, it can be enforced po within the different jurisdictions kung saan merong presence itong one or more of the parties. Okay po. And lastly po, yung aming pangatlong mediation service is the mediation outside litigation. So ito po ay tinatawag din naming planned early dispute resolution. Bakit po? Kasi po ito pong pagpa-file ng mediation even before mag-file kayo ng kaso sa IPOFIL or sa courts, which is the special commercial courts, dahil special commercial courts lang po ang nag-handle ng intellectual property cases, or even before filing a case with the other government agencies involving intellectual property. So, ito po yung parang mas detailed explanation ng mediation outside litigation natin. So, nakalagay po dito, ang main purpose po nitong mediation outside litigation natin is para bigyan ng option yung ating mga party na mag-usap at isettle yung kanilang intellectual property dispute even before. So, bago po sila mag-file ng kaso sa korte or sa anumang administrative agency, katulad ng IPOFIL. So, ang parang process po dito ay, una, kailangan pong i-recognize ng parties na may IP dispute na existing. Otherwise, wala po tayong imimediate, di po ba? So, kailangan po i-recognize ng parties na, meron tayong dispute. And then, after recognizing that there is an existence of a dispute, magsasign po sila ng agreement. Kailangan po both parties agree. So, magsasign po sila ng agreement na mag-undergo ng mediation. Tapos, tsaka po yun isasubmit or isusumite sa IPOFIL. And then, magkakaroon din po ng request for MOL and the conduct of the mediation. So, pag natanggap na po namin yung signed agreement of the parties and signed the request na mag-undergo ng mediation outside litigation, then isiset na po namin siya for the pre-mediation conference. So, sa pre-mediation conference, dito po pag-uusapan kung magkano yung babayaran, pipili din po yung mga parties kung sino yung gusto nilang mga mediators, at dito rin po ililay down yung mga dates ng kung kailan i-conduct yung ating mga mediation hearings. And then, syempre, after that po, the mediation outside litigation will start, and the parties will be given po 90 days para po mapag-usapan kung ano man yung kanilang issue. And after the 90-day period po, dalawa lang naman po ang pwedeng mangyari. It's either masettle yung kaso at magkaroon ng compromise agreement or settlement agreement, or pangalawa, hindi po magkaroon, in which case, i-terminate po yung mediation proceedings and i-close yung case na yan. However, ang importante po dito is kahit po hindi masettle yung kaso during mediation outside litigation, hindi po yun makakonsider as a prohibition para mag-file ng kaso. So, pag hindi po na-settle, may option pa rin po yung parties na mag-file ng kaso either with the court, special commercial court, or with the IPOFIL. In this case, with the Bureau of Legal Affairs. Pag naman po nagkasundo, yung settlement agreement po ay ipapa-approve sa Bureau of Legal Affairs, and once na-approve po, then it will become a binding contract between the parties. So, yung pangalawa naman pong service namin, yung na-mention ko kanina, yung mandatory mediation, na-explain ko na po kung ano ito, at ano yung coverage niya. Ang gusto ko lang pong i-explain dito sa chart na to is the process. So, once po na nagkaroon ng case na final sa BLA, whether opposition case po yan or cancellation case, mag-i-issue po yung Bureau of Legal Affairs ng notice to answer. So sasabihin namin, respondent, may final na complaint sa'yo, you have to file your answer. And once nag-file po ng answer yung respondent, that's the time na we will issue an order to refer the case to mediation. Bakit po kailangan antayin yung answer? Kasi only when the respondent files his or her answer, dun pa lang po natin malalaman ano ba talaga yung pinanggagalingan ng dalawang party. Kailangan po ito ng mediator para malaman niya kung paano matutulungan yung ating mga parties na mag-come up with a possible solution. Di po ba? So after po ng order of mediation, nakalagay po doon kailan kayo mag-a-attend, anong oras, anong araw para sa pre-mediation conference. And on that day, both parties kailangan po mag-appear sa pre-mediation conference. Bakit po? Pag hindi po umattend ang complainant, madidismiss ang kaso. Pag hindi naman po umattend ang respondent, madideclare in default siya. So napaka-importante po na yung parties umattend during the pre-mediation conference. And when they appear before the mediator, ang pag-uusapan po dito sino yung pipiliin ninyong mga mediators na mag-handle ng kaso ninyo? Ano yung mga main issues na dapat i-tackle? Magkano yung babayaran yung fees? Gaano katagal ang proceedings? At ano yung mga possible dates na magkikita kayo para pag-usapan yung inyong issue? After po ng pre-mediation conference, magkakaroon na po ng mediation proper. The mediation proper po is for a period of 90 days. Bakit po ganito kahaba? Kasi sa experience po namin, marami pong napag-uusapan during the mediation conferences. And most of the time, it is also within the 90-day period kung saan nagkakaroon ng settlement agreement. Kasi mahirap pong mag-draft ng settlement agreement eh. Minsan, balikan yan between the parties. So, kaya we give them 90 days. And then this 90-day period po is not naman po cast in stone. If yung parties po kailangan ng additional time para tapusin na lang yung pag-draft ng settlement agreement or compromise agreement, pwede po silang mag-request ng extension. But for a period of not exceeding 30 days lang po. Kasi nga po, mas gusto natin na alternative nga po itong mediation, di ba, mas mabilis kesa sa litigation. So we cannot give them all the time that they need. We have to give them a limit. And then after po nung 90-day, pwede pong masettle or hindi masettle. Pag nasettle po, magda-draft po ng settlement agreement or compromise agreement, and that agreement will be submitted to the Bureau of Legal Affairs for approval. Once po na-approve ng Bureau of Legal Affairs, mag-i-issue po yung Bureau of Legal Affairs ng dismissal based on compromise agreement. And once the case is dismissed, closed na po siya. On the other hand po, it may happen also na hindi magkasundo in parties during mediation. So mangyayari po, ito terminate ng mediator yung mediation proceedings at ibabalik ng mediator yung kaso sa Bureau of Legal Affairs or sa Office of the Director General kung doon galing yung kaso. And then once na mabalik po, magtutuloy na po yung litigation. Kasi po, once na-refer sa mediation ang isang kaso, parang mas stall po o maho-hold yung proceedings ng litigation. Only after magkaroon ng final determination whether it's settled or not settled will the case proceed to litigation. Okay pa. Next step, Now, I will explain in detail yung IPO-FIL-WIPO mediation option. So as na-mention ko kanina, ang partner organization namin is the World Intellectual Property Organization, but more specifically, yung pong kanilang Arbitration and Mediation Center, which is the WIPO AMC. Okay? At malaki po yung benepisyo nitong WIPO option na to sa mga party na naghahanap na ma-settle yung kanilang issue with respect to a case which is pending in different jurisdictions. Let's say meron sa Pilipinas, meron sa abroad. So pwede pong isahang mediation na lang for all these cases. And then, dahil nga po international yung partner natin, meron silang more than 2,000 neutrals or mediators. At kasama rin po dito ang ating mga IPO-FIL accredited mediators. And then they also offer preferential rate in mediation fees. Na-mention ko na po kanina yung rate ng fees ng mediator natin, whether IPO-FIL accredited yan or international, same rate po sa binabayaran sa mga mediator ng IPO-FIL. Okay? And then, ang importante din kung matandaan dito sa IPO-FIL-WIPO mediation option, na-discuss ko po kanina, di ba, dun sa mandatory mediation. During the pre-mediation conference, dun po minimension ng ating mga mediator na you have the option to avail of the WIPO option. So, dito po malalaman kung gusto ng parties, magtuloy tayo using the IPO-FIL rules, or we want to refer the case to the WIPO para sila yung mag-conduct ng mediation. Ang difference lang po dito is magsasign yung mga parties ng separate agreement na nire-refer nila yung case sa WIPO, and then IPO-FIL would have to refer the case formally or officially to the WIPO for the conduct of the mediation. Huwag po kayong mag-alala kasi pag nag-avail kayo nitong IPO-FIL option, hindi naman po mawawala yung IPO-FIL. Gagayad pa rin natin kayo as you go along with the procedures doon sa WIPO. And every mediation proceeding po, andun po yung IPO-FIL. Kasama ninyo as an observer para po mag-guide namin yung mga parties to explain what the process of WIPO is all about. Okay po. So ito po yung parang detailed workflow ng aming IPO-FIL-WIPO mediation option. So na-mention ko na po na during the pre-mediation conference for mandatory mediation, dito namin pinapaalam na may option sila to avail of the WIPO option. And once in-avail po yun, we will refer the case to the WIPO, and the WIPO will conduct the mediation using, of course, their own mediation rules, which is not that different from the IPO-FIL mediation rules. And that's why the IPO-FIL attends each and every proceeding, each and every conference, para kung may tanong po yung parties regarding the procedures ng WIPO, we can explain to them. So hindi naman po namin iniiwan yung parties just because ni-refer natin sa WIPO. IPO-FIL will still be there to guide the parties each and every step of the way. Okay, and once nagkaroon po ng mediation settlement, ibabalik din po ng WIPO sa IPO-FIL yung settlement agreement for approval. And once it is approved by the IPO-FIL, then we will record it para po merong recordal na may record na nagkaroon kayo ng settlement agreement. And at the same time, this will also be recorded with the WIPO. Okay, in the case naman po na hindi nagkaroon ng settlement, ibabalik pa rin po ng WIPO sa amin yung kaso, and ang gagawin ng IPO-FIL would be to make a report that the case has not been settled, and therefore the parties are not prohibited, okay, from filing a case with the appropriate court, which is the Special Commercial Courts, or with the IPO-FIL Bureau of Legal Affairs. Okay po. So for this slide, I will be explaining na meron po kaming online dispute resolution mechanism, or we conduct all our mediation proceedings online. So from the time na mag-request po kayo ng mediation, you can do it via email, and then we will respond via email. For the fees po, for the mediation, you can also pay via our online facility. After payment, starting from the pre-mediation conference until the end of the mediation proceedings, all these are also conducted online. So the parties do not have to go to the office, to the IPO-FIL office, to to attend the mediation proceedings, but everything can be done online. We started this during the pandemic because we wanted to ensure the continuity of our mediation services. However, since we saw the benefit of nakita namin yung benepisyo po ng pagkakaroon ng online proceedings, and dahil din po sa feedback ng aming mga stakeholders na napakaganda ng pagkakaroon ng online mediation proceedings, tinuloy na po namin ito. At dahil doon, starting May 4, 2020, until now, we are conducting all our proceedings online. And mind you po, wala pong additional fee to, yung pag-conduct namin ng online mediation. So, we enhanced our IPOFIL online mediation system. So, ginawa na po naming mandatory na lahat ng proceedings namin for mediation should be done online. And this was implemented starting April 3, 2021. So, hindi na siya option. But now, it becomes mandatory. So, face-to-face mediation now is subject to the request of the parties. Kasi ang general rule po namin ngayon, online lahat. Okay? And then, all submission of documents shall be via email, and nilagay na rin po namin yung WIPO option. And then also, dun po sa supplemental guidelines namin in the conduct of mediation of IP cases, meron na rin po kaming nilagay doon na if ever po, let's say 30 days na, nagko-conduct na ng mediation proceedings, nakita ng parties na mukhang hindi kami magkakasundo, they have the option to terminate the proceedings after 30 days simply by signifying their intent and signing an agreement na ito-terminate na nila. And dito po lumilitaw yung voluntariness ng mediation. Even though mandatory siya at the first instance, but if during the proceedings nakita namin na talagang ayaw na ng parties magtuloy, then we cannot hold them hostage, di po ba, na magtuloy sa proceedings. So after 30 days, they can opt out of the mediation proceedings. And then, ko na rin po, online mediation uses internet technology. Benefits nito, it saves time, reduces the cost of mediation kasi the parties do not have to travel to and from the office to the IPOFIL. And then it allows greater participation of decision makers and allows easy resolution of cross-border disputes. So ito po yung aming mga IPOFIL mediators. World-class po sila. And then we are also OADR accredited and we are ISO certified. And for the qualifications of our mediators, experts po sila in the different fields, not only lawyers involved in IP, engineers, experts in other areas also. Kasi minsan po ang issue is not only involving IP, sometimes may business issue to. So yun po. And we make sure that they are of age, 37 at least kasi ang tingin namin, pag mas matanda, mas wise, di ba? They should be of good moral character and trustworthy. Mainly because of the confidentiality of the proceedings. And also, they must have at least 7 years of experience in mediating cases. Okay. And then, we are the only government agency accredited by the OADR. DOJ. So best practices po namin, laging po kaming nagpo-provide ng training sa mediators namin. Tapos meron po kaming standard accreditation system. And then we also conduct continuous training for our mediators. And then we also have, we are the only government agency with a dedicated unit for alternative dispute resolution services. Okay? So, na-discuss ko na rin po itong mediation procedure kanina. And for our statistics po, so from 2011 to 2018, voluntary po yung aming mediation services. Kaya you will see mataas ang settlement rate. However, from 2019 up to this year, 2022, medyo bumaba po. Pero hindi naman po ibig sabihin nito na hindi effective ang ating mediation services. Because we at IPOFIL believe na even if isa-dalawang case lang ang masettle natin, malaking tulong na po ito sa ating justice system. Kasi it will declog courts and it will also give the parties an option to settle their disputes. So ito lang po yung graph natin ng ating success rate. And lastly po, let me leave you with this quotation from Nelson Mandela. All conflicts, no matter how intractable, are capable of peaceful resolution. Ibig sabihin lang po nito, kahit gaano po kabigat yung issue na involved between two parties, wala pong masama kung bibigyan natin sila ng oportunidad para mag-usap at para malaman kung ano talaga yung real issue between the parties. Most of the time po sa mga mini-mediate namin cases, hindi lang naman talaga IP ang issue nila. Minsan merong family issue, minsan merong business issue. So kahit gaano po kalaki yung issue involved and no matter how diverse it is, there's still a chance for the parties na magkaroon ng settlement. So with that, maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig.
Ayan, thank you so much po, Attorney Christine Pangilinan Canlapan, for gracing us with your time this afternoon and for preparing a thorough presentation, very thorough presentation actually. Again, let us give Attorney Canlapan a round of virtual applause. Okay, so at this point, Attorney, we will accommodate one question po. So nakapili na po tayo. Ito po yung question natin, ma'am. Ako po ay isang photographer. So minsan nakita ko po na may gumamit ng aking ginawang photo sa isang magazine na wala akong pahintulot. Ano po ang pwede kong gawin para mapahinto yung magazine sa paggamit ng aking photo? Kung ayaw kong mag-file ng kaso kasi mahal at matagal bago ma-resolve yun. So, ano bang serbisyo ng IPOFIL sa mediation ang pwede kong i-avail? Ayun po.
Okay, oo. Maraming salamat, Martina, sa tanong, no? So, it seems that yung problema ng ating nagtatanong ay copyright. Okay, so most probably it's a copyright infringement issue. So, hindi natin tatawagin kaso kasi nga wala pa, no? So, marami siyang option eh. Pwede siyang mag-file ng kaso, whether with the courts or with the Bureau of Legal Affairs. Pero syempre, alam naman natin pag kaso matagal, magastos, 'di ba? At masakit sa damdamin, 'di ba? Parang magkakaroon ka ng restless nights, 'di ba? Na nag-iisip ka may kaso, apektado pa yung business mo, 'di ba? So, ang maisasuggest ko sa kanya ay mag-avail ng ating mga alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, one of which is mediation. So, yun pa lang naman ang ino-offer namin sa IPOFIL ngayon, yung mediation. Ang pinaka-swak sa kanyang problema ay ang mediation outside of litigation. Kasi na-mention niya, ayaw niya mag-file ng kaso. So, one of the requirements dun sa mediation outside litigation is wala pang naka-file na kaso sa korte or sa Bureau of Legal Affairs. So, check yun, di ba? Pangalawa, ang requirement doon voluntary. So, willing yung complainant natin na mag-undergo. So, check yon. Pero we have to remember na dapat voluntary din dun sa part nung respondent. So, ang mangyayari, once na nag-file siya ng request sa amin, kukontakin namin yung kabilang party to see whether he is also open to undergoing mediation. Most of the time naman, pumapayag sila. And then third would be, kailangan yung parties open-minded, 'di ba? Kasi mahirap pag ipipilit mo yung mediation, hindi naman sila willing mag-undergo ng mediation. So, yun yung maisasuggest ko sa kanya, mag-avail ng mediation outside litigation services ng IPOFIL. Bukod sa mas mabilis, less cost pa rin as compared to litigation.
Okay, thank you for that, Attorney Canlapan, for that very informative and very detailed answer, ma'am. Ayan, pati ako natututuloy ko anong gagawin kapag ganong pangyayari. So, yan. There you have it. Thank you so much, Attorney Christine V. Pangilinan Canlapan of IPOFIL, for sharing your knowledge and expertise. And I'm sure our viewers have learned a lot today. And that sums up our OWS Season 3, Episode 9. Again, we would like to express our gratitude to the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines for partnering with us in today's session. We look forward to more learning sessions with you po in the future. Alright, but before we end this episode, let me just mention a few reminders. So to our participants, we will be sending you your virtual certificates within 30 days po. So bakit 30 days? Kasi libo-libo po ang participants natin in each OWS episode. So dahil dyan, we would like to thank you all for your support and your patience po. We would also like to invite you to the OWS Season 3 Episode 10 naman. So this is our last episode for the season. That is happening on December 19, 2022. So stay tuned po for more details. Please do not forget to follow us on our official Facebook page. So yan, search lang po yung office namin and then makikita niyo na po yan. For any inquiries, feel free to send us message through our Facebook Messenger and through our email address. So here's our email address, info.oadr@gmail.com. So again, I am Martina Constantino from the Public Information and Promotion Division of the OADR. Maraming salamat po.